Fight week 2, behind the scenes, Michael Conlon versus Jordan Gill, SSC Arena, Belfast. Enjoy. After a mental week the week before, it was business as usual. I was out in the car, in the van I should say, chasing business, spreading the good word of the Lord, and then Wednesday came around, it was time to get things set up and put in place for the week ahead. Beginning with the open workouts in the Common Market, Belfast, followed by the match room in a community event. It was like an event held to let the young boxers have a training session and have a chat with their idols and people they look up to. Sponsored by ourselves, of course, myself, yours truly, on the sound engineer thing, had the place going, the feet, the forge dancers doing their thing. And yeah, that was the beginning of the week. That same night, the van that I showed you last week, rather unfortunately, or quite fortunately, depending on how you look at it, had an engine light, got an issue, so it was up to myself to bring it back to our branch in Belfast. They got it looked at and they gave me this absolute bus for the meantime, a Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV FEV. It's a hybrid automatic thing, and let me tell you, this thing can get going. But I don't break speed limits. I always drive under the speed limit because that'd be breaking the law. No one likes to break the law, but yeah, get a look at this thing. Lovely looking dash and buttons everywhere, which I do not know how to use. Thursday started off with myself grabbing the icon that is Liam Flynn from the Black Forge Inn. Myself and Liam had a lovely trip to Belfast that afternoon. The sun was shining, life was good, had a few tunes on, the good chats. You know, yourself, jumped in the Mitzi. Right, have a look at this.
That's a cracker horse. That's a cracker.
Hotel room was grand, checked in at about 3 o'clock. Cozy little spot, as you can see, in the middle of Belfast city centre. Had a bathroom, which is great. And yeah, there's a little view of the Harland and Wolff arches, or cranes in the background. A landmark of Belfast, then a cup of tea, and we're out the door. Myself and Liam then got dappered up, ready for a launch event that evening, but the man put me to shame. Wait to see this.
You're taking me in.
Couldn't go out looking like that without getting a steak meal first, so myself and John Gotti fed ourselves, and then it was on to the launch event in Filthy McNasty's, Belfast. Here you are seeing a quick run around of the spot before we got going. Just giving you a look at the Forge branding, Forge Stout to beat the band, Forge Stout. Mr. Mark Craig did an absolutely class job getting this place set up, and yeah, it's party time, baby.
Michael, introduce yourself, sir.
So, Michael Hilly,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
88 kilos,
Yeah.
Belfast.
What do we have here, sir? Explain that to me, how? Huh? What do we...
I don't know.
He does.
Sir Michael Hooley is in the building. The beautiful Forge girls are on the truck. The dancers are in preparation. Event on the way. And here you can see the Forge girls giving the people of Belfast exactly what they want. Andrew Heaney on the cams, the Nitro truck looking slick. You know yourself. Also, cut to Andrew having a game of Call of Duty before the party. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, party time. Polly dirty leaving that one in, but yeah, some more footage of the event. People arm in arm, drinking stout, enjoying themselves. Life is good. After that was wrapped up and concluded, we did not go out on the Raz after drinking. Alexa, please play Shaggy, It Wasn't Me. Woke up Saturday morning feeling absolutely class, with intent to sweat all the poison out of my body that I ingested the night before. So I found a gym up the road called Sloan's Gym in Belfast. Did an upper body workout with my shoulders and back. I'd actually dislocated my shoulder, my right shoulder, playing football about a week and a half ago, so this is the first time working on it properly. And putting some boxing gloves on, as you can see, so I was quite happy. Was able to punch the bag with some power, which is good progress. It's 3 AM fight day. Myself and Belfast #1 videographer / photographer are in the building, Mr. Michael Hooley. Up the Irish indeed, Mick. Next up we had the first fight worth noting, Queeveen Aguiarco versus Troy Williamson. Aguiarco is a Belfast native, as you can see here in the pink gloves. Mr. Cutman, Andy O'Neill, the one and only, in his corner. What a legend that man is, by the way. But yeah, Queeveen struggled in the early rounds of the fight. I thought he was getting picked off at length by his opponent. And as the fight and the rounds went on, I thought Guivan came into it, he was finding more space on the inside, landing better shots, doing better work, and ultimately brought it back in order for the fight to go to a decision at the end, which we're about to see here.
From Belfast,
Absolute cracker of a fight, absolute cracker of a win for our lads. What a cut, man, and what a shot that is to force Stout Cannon WBA Continental Belt. Class. Next up on the main card was the eagerly anticipated Battle of Belfast between Crocker and McKenna. Two hardy, Nordy boys going at it. In reality though, it was a very one-sided fight. Crocker essentially beat the brakes off McKenna for 9 out of 10 rounds and then cruised his way to victory. Then to conclude a decent night of boxing in Belfast, the main event came around Jordan Gill against Mick Conlon. Mick Conlon chasing a very, very important win on the back of 2 losses that would essentially make or break his career, so this is a big one for him. As you seen, Jordan Gill walked out first with a few jeers and boos from the home crowd. Next up was Conlon, and what a walkout. The question was, could Conlon's performance match the quality of his walkout? There was some competitive moments in the first rounds of the fight, tit for tat between the 2 fighters, although Conlon's power did not seem to match Gill's. I think he struggled a lot with that during the fight. He just didn't seem to have the capacity to hurt him like he was being hurt with shots. He was knocked back, knocked down once or twice in the first few rounds.
Oh yeah.
You up the Conor McGregor fella? You up that?
He up the McGregor fella indeed. Round 6. Things were starting to fall apart a bit for Conlon. He was on the end of a few bad shots, a few powerful shots. As you can see, he's tipping away. And then Gill comes back, lands 1-2, boom. Completely staggers Conlon with a 1-2 after Conlon had been working for pretty much the whole round. No doubt, in my mind, that Conlon's a better boxer in terms of skill level. But it just didn't seem like he had it in him to put Gill away. Like this, as you can see here, he's working on him. These shots are landing. These are decent shots. Grazing the forehead. There's a lovely uppercut there. But, I mean, it just wasn't flooring him. And, yeah, eventually there's only so much work you can do before you tire yourself out and leave yourself susceptible to those big shots coming back at you. And that's exactly what you're seeing here. And, yeah, it wasn't to be for Conlon, unfortunately. There's no celebratory drinks to be had this weekend like there was last weekend after Katie's win, so it was straight back in the car, back to the hotel, and back to Dublin. Hope you enjoyed the little behind the scenes video. Look forward to doing another one whenever the next opportunity arises, whenever that fight week or event week may be. Chat soon.